Hello, welcome to my channel for OCD sufferers. Maybe you have OCD yourself, or you know someone else who's got OCD. Either way, welcome, and I hope you enjoy my videos. I won't beat around the bush. This video is all about how OCD is like a spoiled brat or a bully in your own brain. Over the years, I have been intimidated basically by my own brain, which may sound quite crazy to some people, but it's not until you're actually in the situation yourself that you would understand what that means. So it would make me feel like I was chained to a wall. The chain itself didn't actually exist, that was just figurative, but I would feel like I couldn't progress any further until the situation was fixed. So when I would end up in a situation which caused me to have a burst of anxiety, shall we say, because that was precisely what it was. It was like spider sense in the back of my head, you know, a constant, how can I describe it? It's a sensation that doesn't feel good whatsoever and keeps knocking you off guard, off balance. It would make me panic. And it would also cause me to do a ritual, as they're known as, or a routine, if you will, which would make me undo what had just happened. Because the OCD apparently didn't like the situation I'd ended up in, that was out of my control. And to make it even worse, I had no idea what was going to set off these bursts of anxiety next. So you end up feeling like you're walking on wafer thin ice with yourself. You have no idea what's going to drive your mind bonkers next. So that burst of anxiety, that is where the spoiled brat comes into play. That is the spoiled brat in your head, screaming, demanding that you fix the situation. And the bully comes into it because it looms over you in your own brain, making you feel that you just can't progress further. You can't go past it until you found some way to undo, if you will, this particular problem. That's why OCD is like a spoiled brat or a bully. And it, of course, expects you to fix it and avoid the same problem in the future. With a bully, what do? You have to stand up to it, right? Basically, tell it to jog on, as we Brits would say, or naff off. Easier said than done, though. Believe me, I know. Especially when it's a situation which you just obsess over and you badly want to go back in time to avoid it in the first place. You just go into panic mode, you can't help it. You badly want to undo this crisis. Your brain goes around the run in circles. And that chain, every time you probably move forward, it feels like it's around your neck, so it keeps getting taut, so you just can't progress forward no matter how much you want to. Been there way too many times. I also thought I would bring up a small fact about how many adults have OCD, and this one is for the United States, even though I'm not living there. So the estimate is about 1 in 100 adults, or between 2 to 3 million in the United States, currently have OCD. As for in the UK, how common it is in the UK, 1 in every 50 or so people suffer from OCD at some point in their lives. Over 1 million people in the UK. Ouch. I feel for these people, I really do. I know exactly how it feels. You don't even need to suffer from the exact same OCD, but if you have OCD whatsoever, whew. And in the world, statistics show that anywhere from 1.1% to 1.8% of the global population struggles with OCD. Within the United States, OCD is prevalent about 2.2% of the population, though only about 1.2% is diagnosed. In the United Kingdom, about 750,000 people have OCD, making up 1.2% of the population. So the subs are done in a different way. The maths is done in a different way here. But as you can see, it's still a huge crisis. So whenever you feel like you're suffering alone with the OCD, you're not. You're really not. A lot of people, they're too embarrassed to talk about this. I may be a rare exception among other people who are comfortable with discussing it. But this is huge. This is completely huge. But it's not over when you lose. It's over when you quit. Because you might have a bad day with your OCD. I was having a hard time with my OCD earlier for various reasons, and I will elaborate more in other videos. But I still badly wanted to get this new video uploaded because people have a right to know this. It's important information. And I hope that my videos help in some way. That's all for me for now, folks. I hope you visit again, and in the meantime, all the best.